I only know one other Caleb that I genuinely like as a person. The rest of them, if they're like, hey, my name's Caleb, I'm like, fuck you, boy.
I don't know you.
Yeah. So, but yeah, all that happened. And it was...
If I met somebody, if I was you and my name was Caleb, I met somebody and their name's, hey, I'm Caleb. I said, no, you're not.
I'm
Yeah.
Caleb.
What you mean? I'm Caleb.
Yeah.
Get out of here, boy. You
Yeah.
little bitty rascal. I ain't got to listen to you.
No. I've only met one other... The only other Caleb King I know was a running back for Georgia, and we don't look similar at all.
No, y'all. Well, first of all, he's black, so that kind of gives that away.
That don't mean a whole lot.
No,
Yeah,
I know.
That was the main
They
difference.
could
though.
still have a common daddy.
Yeah, well, you don't know.
You know, that's still possible.
It's a very fair point, but there was, I think it was, I can't say, but we don't look the same. And I'm like, I'm Caleb King. They're like, oh, you were running back from Georgia? I'm like, do I look like I ran back from Georgia?
No, I wouldn't even
When
run
was the
to
last
Georgia.
time you went to Athens?
I ain't been to Athens since. I ain't never been in Athens.
2000. Yeah. What's insane is somebody was telling me the other day, like I was talking to, I forgot where I was at. And I don't know if you guys experience this. It's probably different for you guys because you're older. At one point in time, you were my age. But
Back when we was
They
your
say,
age.
yeah.
maybe
I was told.
I remember. No, I don't remember. I guess
maybe
we was.
you guys.
You got to pass that. Like when you get from like 10 to ever how old we are. Oh, you got to pass your age somewhere along the way.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
Yeah, but maybe you guys actually notice this too, and it doesn't. I just noticed it one day because I was talking to somebody, and I was like, we were talking about doesn't matter, life, something, theoretical science or something, and they asked me, they were like, well, what year did you graduate? And I'm like, well, I didn't go to college. And they're like, no, high school. I'm like, oh, 2007. And they were like, oh, okay. I said, what year did you graduate? And they said 2019. And I said,
Dang.
I thought this person was my age. But then again, I don't really look at myself as 30, mid-30s. I still feel like if somebody was to...
I'll tell you what happens to me and Earl a lot of times. And Earl'll tell you this, if he tells you this. When we online, we got to fill out something, and we got to put our birthday in. It ain't no problem to, they'll have a calendar there, and you have to go down to June, and then the 12th. But then when they want your year, I feel like we're on Price is Right spinning that thing. that thing goes around and around and around, get all way back down there in 1960.
Yeah, and if I put 59, it ought to be pretty obvious which century that
Which
59 is.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's probably not 1859.
No, because if it is, you're 200 or 175 years old.
Yeah.
And 2059 ain't here yet, so if I just go 82559,
No.
you'll be able to figure that out.
You got to put that 19 in there, see? And listen, if you don't think about it while you're doing it, you get all through that whole thing and get ready to click. Submit. It's hell no. You done missed something.
Yeah.
Go back through that whole thing, find out what you missed.
There's no chance no, never mind, that was dumb. What year were your grandparents born? Y'all's.
Well, I'm Papa was born 1910. I know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Nenny Rose was 1912 or 11 or 12, I think. So
Yours are probably about the same.
About the same. I don't remember those dates,
But now Big Earl, he was probably born in he was born in 30s, wasn't he?
yeah, 35
or 6 probably.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
people
But he's
born-
80.
yeah.
He's 86. So
It'd be about 36, 30.
yeah, I can't do the
38,
math
Yeah,
right off the top
he
of
was
my
born
head.
about in the 30s, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. I was sitting there thinking, I wonder if there's any, I'm sure there are, like grandparents nowadays who were born in the
1800s.
Yeah.
Well, it's you wouldn't have one now because they'd have to be 124 years old.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't mean living.
Oh.
I mean just like your grandpa.
Oh yeah, well yeah,
I thought
you would have
maybe
it,
he
yeah.
might have been born in like the late 18. He might have been born like 1899, like that song Prince made. It's like
Yeah.
we're gonna party.
Yeah.
We're gonna party with different people.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It'd probably be great grandparents.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
us, it would have been in 1800.
Well, yeah, because like you say, if they're born in 1800, they'd have to be 124 years old. So you take generation, just say each generation is 25 years. It ain't that much. Say 25 years. So that's 5 generations.
Well,
but you've seen pictures every once in a while of 5 generations of especially women with their babies and you know all that stuff. You can see 5 generations.
Well, that makes sense because Pete was born in the 30s. His dad was born in 1910. That's what they was doing back then, going to war and doing sex. So they was having, you know.
Well, that's about all he was to do, you know.
Yeah.
I would imagine that my annual friend Brian Stansel.
Mm-hmm.
As far
That's
as
possible.
As far as I know, there's 5 generations of that family.
Still living?
Yeah.
Oh.
It blew my mind. I'd never thought about it, but I guess it was later on last summer, so that's why I'm kind of questioning whether it's still true, but I haven't heard.
Mm-hmm.
I ran into Brian's mother. Now, Brian's my age, graduated together, went to Navy together, served time together, all that good stuff.
Whoa.
Just get up. Go on. Tell your story.
Anyway, I ran into his mother up at the Lucky Strike one day. I went in for lunch, and she was there eating lunch.
I said, I was at the Lucky Strike liquor store.
Lucky Strike.
Oh, okay.
Before we went to the liquor store. Anyway, so I ran into her and spoke to her.
Yeah.
And I was sitting out on the bench finishing a cigarette before I went in or come out. Well, I don't remember now. Anyway, she come out the door, and behind her was this old lady in a walker. But now, you know, she had the walker, but she was doing good. I mean, she moved right along with it. And she said, oh, by the way, have you met my mother?
Oh.
No, I haven't, but nice to meet you, ma'am. You know, and I sat there, got to thinking, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Brian Stansel, my buddy, has still got his grandmother.
Yeah.
So you figure he's got grandmother, mother, him. He's got some older kids that are old enough to have kids, and I think they do.
Right.
So that would be 5 generations of that family.
Well, just think about your family. See, you got nieces that's old enough to have babies,
Kids,
so that's 3 generations just there, just you and them. Mm-hmm. Now you go to Earl, that's 4th generation.
Yeah.
And if one of their parents, that'd been the 5th just in his family.
Huh.
But me and Tracy went to Sunnyside a couple Sundays ago, and
what is Sunnyside?
It's a breakfast restaurant in Clemson.
Yeah.
But anyway, we sit down at the table, and there's a older man, and then
Now, from your age, when you say older man, now
he was older than me.
Okay.
And then beside him was a younger man, younger than me, not much, but younger than me. And then across from him was, I assume, his wife, and they were all eating there. And I overheard son tell, I guess, the old man said, well, happy birthday, Dad. Did you think you'd ever make it to 100?
Oh.
So I'm sitting beside a guy that's 100 years old. Now listen, this guy, he would have passed for 70. I mean, he didn't have a walker, didn't have no cane, ate fine. You know, like I say, he'd have passed for 70. Mm-hmm. You know, so me and Tracy got through eating, and they were through, but they hadn't left yet. And I told her, I said, happy birthday. He said, thanks. I said, 100. That's an accomplishment because I don't know anybody that's 100. He said, well, you're right, it is. I mean, you know, I'm blessed, you know, to live to be 100. He said, I wouldn't ever think I'd make it to 100, but here I am.
And to still be semi-healthy. That's the best part, you know.
And it wasn't, I mean, like I say, he would have passed for 70 because he didn't walk slow, he didn't shake, nothing. He was fine, you know. He's 100 years old, so.
So in other words, he's in better shape than you.
Way better.
What a piece of shit son he has. Took him to fucking breakfast, you asshole.
Yeah.
Cooking a big steak.
Why didn't you take me to Ruth's
He's
Chris or something
100.
and give me something good?
Yeah. He's 100.
But now, of course, I don't know. He might not have had the teeth to chew up a steak. So he might have had some grits, you know.
Oh, that might be why
grits,
he
Pop.
And it could have been the daddy's choice because we made fun of ourselves for years.
Oh, we. You got a mouse in your pocket. Who is we you talking about?
Me and my retarded sister.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Because one year for Father's Day, all right, what we're going to do? Where we're going to go? What you want to do, Daddy? You know, well, it was his idea that we all go to Waffle House.
Oh, yeah.
For breakfast. I guess it was a Sunday morning or Saturday morning. I don't remember now what it was. That was his choice, his desire. Mm-hmm. And so, we went down the path. You may be a redneck if you have your Father's Day meal at Waffle House.
Well, that was a couple years after he didn't invite us to the Dillard house with y'all. Remember that?
Yeah. That was a bad day.
Yeah, the bad day. All you had to do, Earl, is Big Earl, somebody say, hey, y'all come on, go to Dillard house with us. That'd save Josh wouldn't have been in the hospital.
That's right. With no dog bites, no wrecks.
All kind of stuff would have been.
No tail cut out.
Yeah.
He probably still would have needed that cut out, but.
I don't know.
Yeah, you know what you could do now? You could just get him a bottle of that Flavor Fry and put it on whatever he eats. That's what they use over time. Also, the Waffle House in West Union has done opened up.
Oh, is it open now?
Whoa, wait a second. That's not a real Waffle House, just in case. I don't know if y'all know it or not.
No.
It's not a real Waffle.
Why not?
Because they open from 7 to 2.
Well, now, hold on.
They're not 24.
Yeah, that's only till they get enough people, supposedly.
They plan on that? Well, I don't know. Sometime in December.
What they call this here is a soft opening, which is
just to get the grease,
just grease hot,
into the
hot
stove and all.
Yeah,
just to get the syrup on all the utensils.
Yeah.
If they open 24 hours a day, that grease is on that oven, and you see them scraping it and shit like that. But that oven's been hot for 18 years. So
it never cooled
off. So
The sad part is
that's the reason they cook so fast. It's already hot. All you got to do is throw an egg on there. Take about 2 seconds. Scramble it up. Here you go, mister. So
it's the same shape as every other Waffle House.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I don't know about.
Well, this is a new Waffle House, so it's clean.
Yeah, it was clean.
Well, I started when they opened.
They opened on Tuesday.
It was clean.
They have the waffle, like when it's facing the road, they have the Waffle House light up logo on the building, and on this side they have it also. The one facing the road on Monday night said Waffle lit up, house dark. I'm like, you ain't even started yet. Like, is this just a Waffle House thing? Like, I can't tell you the last time I've been in a Waffle House, but Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, some bitch couldn't have been more packed. I'm like,
have you
never eaten at a Waffle House? Like, you know what you're getting.
Well, listen,
Waffle House. True. That's not true. Oh. I swear, it's been probably 4 years ago now. But I used to go to Waffle House on Saturday and Sunday morning because there wasn't nothing open in Westminster worth crap to eat. And there was this older couple than me. Back then I'd have been, 60-ish. They were probably 70.
Older than you?
Yeah, they were. I would say at the time they were 70. You always sat at the bar. You know what? I didn't want to take up any seats and all. Well, they came and sat at the bar. There was a stool in between us, and they were,
I'd have bet he's going to sit at the bar.
I felt right home there. But they got their menus and went to looking at the menus and was talking amongst themselves. Did you know they have waffles, egg, and bacon? It was like the first time they had ever been to a Waffle House.
You think that's from Ukraine or somewhere?
Yeah. They were flabbergasted that this Waffle House had all these breakfast items on it. And they were flipping that thing over and pointing and going. And I'm like, where in the hell have you been for the last 70 years? Did you not know Waffle House serves breakfast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year?
What did they think they were walking into when they said, let's go to this restaurant that's called the Waffle House?
Yeah.
See what we can get here.
I bet you can get pancakes and grits and
well, you can't. Only it says Waffle House. Waffles all they got.
No.
If you want a waffle, this is the place for it. Yeah. Otherwise, going down the road.
I was just sitting there going, have you never been to a Waffle House? Yeah. You act surprised that they have these.
See, Waffle House, when the Waffle House, when it opened up, the guys that opened it, they got together and said, listen, we're going to have to open up. Well, there's a lot of restaurants. We're going to have to be different. Well, we're going to be a restaurant from 11 o'clock at night till 4:30 in the morning. That's when we go get all our customers there. Other than that, we don't care if they come or not. Yeah. But we want them customers. Because they'll be loyal and all that. And so that's how Waffle House got started. Because when people go out drinking all night and get through drinking and all liquored up.
Well, y'all used to do.
Yeah. They go to Waffle House, get something to eat. Every one of them.
Yeah,
now, I wonder which one, somebody listening, you email Caleb.
Who's listening?
Which one happened first? International House of Pancakes or Waffle House? Because one of them had to go to look at the other one and go, wait a minute. they only got pancakes.
Yeah.
People like waffles, or either pancake
Right.
people said, hey, they cooking waffles over there, but what about pancake?
Right.
So somebody had to kind of feed off the other one. So I wonder which one was first,
Exactly.
International House pancakes or
Well,
Waffle
see,
House?
I don't know. Well, I think what happened is, because when I picture International House pancakes, I think that started over in Switzerland somewhere. Yeah, up in the mountains, the Swiss Alps up there.
They got Alps over there.
Snowing like everything, and they had this little old bitty house there, and said, if we could make some pancakes, and I bet we get people. Well, they can't get here, it's snowing. Well, they'd walk for it, I bet you. So there's a little, I don't know.
Look great.
You're talking about, you're talking about 5 generations. Well, she's the 5th one up there, and she's up there cooking pancakes. She said, where they at? Where they at? So, well, I'm gonna have to run down the street. Oh, I'm gonna have to get on the sled and run and tell them the pancakes are right here.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is the granddaughter. She got on her little sled there and got her
big old
paddle out.
paddle. It wasn't pulled out going in big.
Paddled her sled down through all the snow, hollering out pancake, and everybody. That's how that got started. International
Apparently,
pancakes.
she yelled and went far enough around to where people come from other countries. That's how it just went from the pancake house to
Well,
the international
see, that's where it was at.
pancakes.
It was in Switzerland in the Alps, but it was on the border of
Sweden,
and
Bulgaria.
Germany. And so it wasn't just for them Germans. It wasn't about
So they stood up on top of that mountain and go, pancake.
Yeah.
some of them
that's what they
did. Some of them went really long.
Yeah, they had that little horn,
And
that big
pancakes.
horn.
It ain't long. The Longhorn. It goes
Longhorn,
halfway
yeah.
down the. That's right. You could ski down that thing.
Yeah. So
That's how the International Pancake got started.
Okay.
Now Waffle House. I done told you
But
about
now
Waffle
we're
House.
fixing to find out which year each of these happened. So,
Waffle House came first,
okay.
1955.
55 was Waffle House. When did International House pancakes come about?
58.
Ah, boy, now we have learned.
Well, just so
something
y'all
today.
know, you read it and you Googleize that stuff, and you don't mean that's right. Because I think House of Pancakes, they was up in the Swiss Alps, 3 or 4 years before anybody
Before
found out
anybody knew
about
it,
it.
that's right.
Yeah.
And so they was really
I
first,
don't
and Waffle
use
House
Google.
claimed it.
I don't use Google no more. I text Tim Tebow and he calls the Lord and asks what the real answer is.
Well, I trust that then. When you,
Yeah, oh
I mean,
yeah, you got
But
it right.
here's another caveat for you. If you're choosing, like, I like pancakes and I like waffles. Waffle House started in Avondale, Georgia. IHOP started in Barksdale, California.
Switzerland.
Well, there
Well,
you
yeah, locally.
Yeah, locally. You're
First
talking
one
about
in
over here.
America.
So, just saying, I'd stick with waffles. But that's just me. And what else happened?
You get over to the Swiss Alps, Earl. You don't know
If you've been to the Swiss Alps,
Well, I want to go.
but you haven't been.
Well, let me ask you a question.
You're gonna tell me about it.
Let me ask you a question. You was in the Navy. Did you ever swim in the ocean?
Yes.
Hell no.
Yes.
You can't swim, Earl.
I used to swim in amongst jellyfish. Now this is no lie.
Earl.
I used to have to take
You-
my arms well, of course there ain't no cameras today, but anyway, take my arms and move the jellyfish out of the way
That's bullshit.
to snorkel off the coast of Cuba.
You did not.
Earl, this-
yeah, every
that
time you
sounds
see jellyfish, you
insane.
say, anybody got any butter? That's the only thing you say.
No, that's
I
actually,
used to have
that's
to move
what I
jellyfish
say.
out of the way. Because the jellyfish,
Jellyfish will sting you,
they
Earl.
didn't sting me because I had a barracuda with me. I have to move the jellyfish out of the way so I can see my
I
buddy
guess you
the
rode that barracuda through the jellyfish, didn't you?
Matter of fact, about a month ago, somebody posted a picture.
A
I'm
view
sure it's not
on
the
what?
same barracuda, but it was a barracuda right off the coast of Cuba, and said, all you people from BC10 or from Cuba, within Cuba,
Yeah.
sure you remember this. And sure enough, because when you went in the water snorkeling, it was a barracuda. They're real territorial. So here he'd come. He'd come up and say, what in the hell are you doing in my swimming pool?
Yeah. And you pet him real quick and you're
And
like,
he
oh,
would.
we're
He'd
buddies.
stay right there with you. And if you went down and picked something up, boy, he'd move in.
No.
He thought you was getting his food.
Yeah, I thought you'd getting your stuff. But now, if you looked at it and said, well, okay, that ain't nothing, and threw it back down, he'd ease back off to his safe distance.
We have to explore that more in just a second.
That's true.
You say snorkeling does that to you, huh? You think you got a wisdom tooth? No, hell no, you don't. If you had a wisdom tooth, you remember what you asked me last week, and you'd have the answer for me, and you don't. And plus, Earl, you said
it's a wisdom tooth, not a memory tooth.
You said, Earl, that it was laying down sideways. So, in other words, you got a lazy ass wisdom tooth laying on its side, and you think you got something going on with it? You don't. You ain't got no memory, no wisdom, none of that.
It's been hiding knowledge for all these years.
Ooh.
It's been back there hiding.
And then when they take it out,
it's all going to come out, and next time I show up here, I will be smarter than a damn white rat.
Or
a white rabbit.
Rat.
Oh.
You know, that's what they run all the experiments on, them little white rats. The ones that are smart, learn how to get the cheese and all. They're smart. They're smart little servers. Oh, hell yeah, they smart.
I don't know. I think, don't they inject them with like shampoo to see if like it's
Sometimes
safe for dogs?
they do, yeah.
Like, I don't know.
They do the dumb ones, not the smart ones.
Yeah, I don't know how you inject
smart ones.
a
They put them in
rat,
a little maze with the cheese.
and but I don't know how you inject a rat with shampoo. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be safe for your dog's fur.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think
Every time he goes outside, he lathers up.
Yeah. So now, Earl, you swam with barracudas and jellyfish.
Yep.
And have you eaten either one of them?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. What did you eat when you was in Cuba?
Goat.
Scrambled egg and cheese sandwiches. Spam sandwiches. Bacon and egg sandwiches.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger plates.
Did you try any wild assortment of anything while you was there?
No, they had goat and stuff like that.
You didn't expand your horizon while you was there, did you?
I'm not a horizon expanding kind of guy.
Well, you ate spam, so that's pretty risky.
Well, that was kind of a...
And plus, this is Cuban spam, too, so there ain't no telling what that was.
Choice, you see.
It's spam.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I had one of them little plug-in fry skillets.
Oh, yeah.
Take that spam and open it up and slice it into about 6 good little slices, yay thick. Fry about half a dozen eggs. Oh, hell yeah.
Well, that actually doesn't sound bad. I've never had spam.
It's not that bad if you fry it good. I mean,
It's not that bad till you read the damn ingredients.
Well, that's what you can't do, you see. There's a lot of foods, if you really sit back and read the ingredients, you go, I've been eating that for 60 years. Whoa, wait a damn minute. You don't read the ingredients. Get it open and fry it and eat it and be glad you had something to eat and you move on.
Well, let me ask you a question, Earl. If you had the choice of spam or a nice vegetable, which one would you choose?
Spam.
In other words, Earl, you don't want you gonna eat peckers and lips and everything else goes in spam. Hog tongue, hog eyebrows, everything about a hog.
Hoof.
Yeah, hoofs, feet, everything. Yeah. But you don't want no nice vegetable.
There ain't no such thing as a nice vegetable.
About a mater.
Mater's not a vegetable. Mater's fruit.
See, you ain't got a bad attitude about this whole thing.
No, I don't have a bad attitude.
You like French fries, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, that's potato, Earl.
The potato.
That's a vegetable.
That's a delicacy.
Oh well.
Anytime someone tries to get me to eat something or try something, I used to not do it at all. Now I'm just a little weary of it. But when they do what you did just a second ago, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna pass. If it's some random fish, I don't know what it is, and they're like, it's really not that bad. I'm like, you're not a good salesman. I'm not eating.
If somebody tell me it's really not that bad,
without eating the damn thing, I ain't eating name.
Yeah.
If somebody tell me it's really not that bad, that means it's really not that good. So,
yeah, that's right.
That's a good point.
Tastes like chicken. Well, then I'll have the chicken.
Yeah, I'll just eat chicken.
Do the chicken, and you get that other horse shit. You get the horse meat.
Yeah.
Speaking of horse meat, I saw a 3-wheeled moped the other day.
3-wheel moped. I seen
it. Car, you mean?
No, it's 3-wheeler.
No, just two wheels on the back, about that far apart.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple.
Not like training wheels, which is what they do need. If you get a DUI, when you get your moped and you go pay for it and buy it or steal it or whatever, you should have to have training wheels for 6 months.
That's right, to get you started.
But this one looked like you got those old people mostly buy them. Younger people buy I forget what they call them, but the 3-wheel motorcycle with 2 in the front and 1 big one in the back. They buy that. old people buy the
Other way around.
one wheel, two.
Young people get that Can-Am. Old people get that track.
Yeah.
You know.
Because
that's what they think of when they was little. They had a track just like that. This has got a motor on it. This a whole lot better. Go a whole lot faster.
You got to pedal this damn thing.
Yeah.
Some of the tracks that I've seen that old people are driving, they look like little Cadillacs. Like they're got fiberglass all over them. The seats recline somehow. I'm like, this doesn't seem safe. But this moped was like a miniature trike. And I got to looking at it, and I thought, oh, maybe that's just a small actual motorcycle. And then top speed was about 40, and I said, no, it's not. And I looked at it, and it was the same way. It was fiberglassed. It was pretty damn nice. I was like, you know what? I'd drive this to work.
One day.
And then I got to thinking, if I was in, dire straits.
If I had lost my license.
Instead of walking, I'd drive this.
Homeless. Yeah, it'd be a good thing.
But I thought, that's a pretty dang good looking moped. He could almost pass that as a training bike. Like training motorcycle, trike, whatever. And then he didn't have like the old people. He didn't have the matching helmet. He had like a not a football. He had like a baseball. When you go to the batting cage,
one side of it was up like that right there.
No,
ear flap on.
It was it was like the batting cage where you just got
got that thing around the front.
You got the whole thing, like a softball helmet. And I'm like, this guy.
Like you wore in the 8th grade.
He's not doing well. But I saw him and I passed him.
We went and tried out the new steakhouse over in Seneca the other day.
Longhorn. When you say you and Janet Wright, Jerry's twin sister.
Yeah, Jerry's sister. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a guy come out there that had messed up guy, and he had his little.
Hold on a
He
minute.
had a football helmet on. He had more like a roller derby helmet.
Yeah.
What you say is messed up? Something's wrong.
Yeah.
He didn't hold up something and say, Houdini or anything like that, did he?
No, it wasn't Jerry.
Oh.
It might have been Jerry's older brother, but it wasn't Jerry.
It could have been the guy who's driving around in this Ford Ranger that has 600 paragraphs printed on the side of it.
Yeah.
It's like he's very upset that Sherry Biggs has won the whatever she won. And he does not like it. He's got it printed like all over his Ranger of like these weird messages, and it's like something's like, Sherry Biggs, why are you doing this? I'm like, I don't think it's going to matter if she ever
let it go, Hoss. Let it go. It's it's over.
Yeah, putting it on after the election is kind of pointless.
Yeah.
But he's also, apparently he has a hookup at Staples or something, because he has all this shit printed, like not like truck lettering or stickers. They're like printed banners that he's taped to his truck. But then I've seen a bunch of signs around here. They still have the political signs up or whatever, and all the ones that used to say Biggs on it now have this yellow and red printed paragraph, and then this guy's doing it, and he's going around and covering up these signs. I'm like, you have too
What's he put on
much
them? What's he put on them? He covers them up.
Yeah, it's like a paragraph of like, it's red background with yellow writing, and it's basically just him bitching about something.
Well, I was told something the other day, and I don't know for it to be fact or law or the rule or whatever the right term is.
Yeah.
You talking about taking them up, ain't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I heard that.
After 48 hours from the time the election's over, I guess, that 7 p.m. that night, you got 48 hours. They're free game.
Them up. Ah.
In other words, if you see one out there today, you can take it up, destroy it, defame it, whatever you want to, because that 48 hours is up. You can't mess with them for 48 hours after election. Give the people time to go get them up. And like I say, I don't know if that's true or not. I say that to say a friend of mine who will remain nameless, those that Mark Burns had, showed him and Trump together.
Yeah.
Well, he found one of them past the 48 hours.
Decided he was going to have that.
And he did have it.
Yeah.
He doctored it up, didn't he?
Well, he cut it out so that it's just Trump.
There you go.
And now if you put it at just the right height and put a little something in front there and have your picture made, it looks, because the way that thing was printed up, apparently it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it physically. I saw the picture.
Yeah.
It dang near looks like you're standing there with Trump.
Oh, that's pretty cool. We did that one time. We didn't know the laws back in the day about the 48 hours.
Well, like I said, I'm not sure that that's law. That's just what I was told.
Also, we didn't give a shit.
Well, that's true. Most people wouldn't.
So it was around election time, and I say we because it was me and a few buddies, and we decided one night that we don't want all these to be around. We want these in a central location. So we went and got about 100 of them and put in...
Somebody's front yard.
Yeah.
Tommy Abbott. Oh, well, they don't know Tommy. Never mind.
No, I don't know Tommy Abbott.
I'm glad we didn't think. Wait a minute, maybe we did.
But,
Never mind.
We put them out there.
You
and
better check the statute of limitations on that before you go talking too much.
everything was going to be fine until one of my buddies set one of them on fire.
Oh, yeah.
And we had put them very
Fire
close
always does.
together, and I was like, you guys, this is why we can't do shit like this.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, like everything was fine. This was going to be a funny joke. They were going to wake up the next morning.
I
and
told
realize it was
Kay,
100.
like, coming out of Walmart, the guy had a patch on. I said, it's all fun and games, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
So,
But yeah, I would. That was the same night we ran over that porta potty.
you know how they jump out in front of you.
Yeah, they do. They'll just like deer. They'll just
Yeah.
1 second they ain't there,
there
and
they are.
they're there.
I was leaving work yesterday, coming here, and it's 5:05 in the afternoon, and right there at the United Electrical Rebuilders or whatever it is on 28, before you get to Bounty Land on the right. If you're coming from Walhalla, coming this way, I think it's defunct. Right past the Marina place, the new one. They just put in. 3 deer just shot right across the damn highway. I was like, cars were slamming on brakes, beeping the horn. I'm like, what are you beeping the horn for?
They don't listen
They
to
don't
your
get
horn.
that. I don't think. I mean, maybe they do. Maybe they get startled, but maybe just let them
Yeah,
go.
yeah. If you startle them, they're gonna stop.
Yeah.
Stop, run back the other way. Where are we going? So,
I saw on the side of the road, I saw a little baby deer that got run over.
oh,
Oh, baby deer. I thought, dang, I ought to get it up and take it to Earl and get him out the mouth.
or stuff it. Yeah. Yeah. Full disclosure, I don't know if I said it already, but I thought about getting a bunch of those signs and bringing them to your yard. But then I was like, nah, it's a lot of one-man job. It's not a one-man job.
It takes a village to get.
You need multiple people out there.
Well, what you
to
gonna
make
need?
it effective. Yeah.
Yeah.
What we'll need is we'll need to borrow your truck if we take a cow over Earl or a goat.
Yeah.
When you gonna have his surgery?
August the 8th.
When you come back home, I hope ain't 4 goats in your front yard tied up.
What if you're gonna get the goats? Take them over to the Richland lot.
So clear it off for you.
Yeah, they got plenty. They get a week's worth of kudzu to eat out there.
Hey, do you need a?
Stolen goat.
Yeah.
I know. I meant to ask you. Do you need a Great Pyrenees puppy?
First of all, no.
Okay. Okay.
Say, what's so great about the Pyrenees?
Yeah.
I
What-
thought
what
you
kind
know if you got to run around setting fire everywhere you go, you're not great at all. So
Yeah.
I feel
And
like
puppy is the third strike against that. So
but I feel like you having a Great Pyrenees would be pretty cool.
it would till that little bastard starved to death. 'Cause I ain't gonna-
broke his chain.
They had a little pug at work this week. One of them, somebody was babysitting it. It's 8 weeks old, so it fits in my hand, and nobody, apparently they don't know about pugs. But we do, because we've had them. My dad's got one now. I told them, they asked something, they said, asked about Skillet, and I was like, he's more like a cinder block. He don't do a lot of shit. He's big and fat, naps.
Sleepy.
Takes after daddy.
Here's what he does. He sleeps, then he might eat a little bit, and then he'll play for about 15 minutes, and then he's going to go take another nap. I said, so that's their
Routine. That's
MO.
his routine.
Eat, no, nap, eat, sleep, play, sleep, nap.
Poop.
Yeah. So that's basically all they do. And so, people walk by it, and they're looking at it, and they're like, oh, it's so cute. And then, all it wants you to do is just acknowledge it for a second and just,
Put him
play
on the
with it
ear.
for-
Anything.
Yeah. And people wouldn't do it, and then it just started whining. Well, it was right outside my office. And so I'd go out there, and I'd play with it for a second and pet it, and I'd leave, and it'd be fine. Somebody else walked by. Didn't say nothing to it. Just walked by, looked at it. It started whining again. Finally, I went out there and just picked it up, took it in there and put it on my desk. And I was in the middle of sending an email, and it started walking around on my keyboard. And I was like, this is pretty cute. It didn't make any sense, but I just went ahead and sent it. And then somebody came back, and they were like, I don't know what any of this means. I was like, oh, he did it. And then I sent them a picture of the little dog, and they were like, oh. I was like, see, got to pay.
It was all right then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You lured them in. You lured them in. They bought $17,000 worth of valves.
Like, hey, you guys, he's typing all my emails from now on. And then people in the office were laughing about that. They're like, you sent that email? I was like, yeah. I said, he types better than some of you dumbasses.
So,
What was other? Oh, did y'all have any, did y'all have nicknames when y'all was growing up?
Yeah.
Earl. Well, sorry.
And Buddy.
Yeah. Good point. Never mind.
kind of a dumb question, wasn't it?
You're just now figuring that out.
I was, you know what?
That dog might need to be the one drawing the paycheck here. I don't know.
Yeah, I was.
And no wonder you leave some emails.
I didn't go over how I thought it was going to go over. I thought it was going to be. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
you didn't think, in other words.
No. Nope.
Y'all have it.
That's starting to be a habit, ain't it?
Yeah, it's getting there. I mean, shit. I got the damn arthritis. I feel like I got the Alzheimer's.
I'm thinking that Alzheimer's is getting more prevalent.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing about if you got the Alzheimer's, you'll forget about that arthritis.
Shit, I hope. I'm gonna have to get on Prevagen or something.
And what?
Apparently it help your memory.
What does?
It's like the
What memory?
What was the?
What you
was
talking about?
They also said that ashwagandha is good for it, but we talked about that one time. And
What the hell's that? Ashwagandha. You ever heard that, Earl?
Yeah, he's the damn prime minister of
Japan?
Uganda or something.
No, that's the stuff for wiener health. They kept trying to tell me that's good for your memory. I'm like, I don't think so. But then again, I guess in a way it could be until you forget about stuff. I don't know. Anyway, that was all. Well, the nickname thing went shit to bed.
It went south quick, didn't it?